start with consecration. Just join me in closing your eyes, taking a big breath in, and sighing it out. And big breath in, and sighing it out. And we offer the fruits of this session today, this live, to the greater good of all, that it be in service to all sentient beings, and that it be aligned with truth, humility, and trust. And we pray that whatever conspires here today, whatever emerges, whatever is shared, whatever is pondered upon in our souls as we gather here today, that it be in service to that creative life force in our life, that generative life force that is full of vitality, that is full of light, love, and life. And that'll do. And, for a lot of what we've been doing in the previous lives, I've been taking you guys through a similar breathing pattern that I want to take you guys through again today. And see if you can breathe a little bit deeper today. See if you can inhale a little bit more. See if you can release a little bit more. Because our breath, the biggest thing is our awareness of our breath throughout the day. And so if you can notice where you're holding back on your inhale a little bit more, or if you're holding back on your exhale, that can reflect parts of our life, such as what we are allowing ourselves to receive when we're taking that breath in. Are you able to receive love? Are you able to receive joy? Are you able to receive wisdom and guidance? And on that exhale, are you allowing yourself to release, or are you grasping on too much? Awesome. Mary says, yeah, turn the music. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'm not used to the music mode there. So thank you for the feedback there. Appreciate that. I'm sure I'll get it dialed in eventually over here. My laptop, actually, the screen has broke. So I'm experimenting between going live on my laptop and on these phones. So appreciate your guys' patience through that whole process. So, and, with my laptop going like that, and, one of the animals that we have here at the vet, life has just been asking a lot more of trust from me, and so much more prayer as well. But I'm noticing the quality of my breath as I go throughout the day, as I take those steps forward and I lean into that trust. Am I able to receive that guidance from God? Am I able to release that grasping of control? Hey, Sherry. Awesome. I'm so blessed to see y'all on here, and thank you guys for joining today as well. I know I was actually going to have a special guest on today, but the events recently in my life, I'm just rolling with it right now. But I do want to let you guys know that next week I have an amazing guest lined up. I'll release a video and a post this week introducing him, but he's an amazing man, one that led me actually to the place where I always go and get spring water. And he's a faith-based entrepreneur. He has some amazing drinks that he makes that's called Glory Aid. And he has another one that's called Glory Ale. And it's like this ginger lime drink that is just incredible and so healing. He has a lot of healing testimonials from the people that he shared to it with. So, but anyways, blessed to have you all join me here. Want to start with that breathwork practice, not only for you guys, but for myself as well. Let's get grounded and you know, holding that intention today, I want to share a passage before we actually start in it so you can feel the quality of this passage in your breath, feel the rhythm of it. So again, it's from this book, Heart Steps, Prayers and Declarations for a Creative Life by Julia Cameron. And the one that I opened up to today that really spoke to me is this one. It says, explore daily the will of God. And the title of it is My Trust Expands. And what a beautiful title under that quote of explore daily the will of God and trusting in that. So it says, as I trust, I learn to trust myself more fully. I honor myself for my bravery in taking risks. As I risk, I learn to risk more fully. Life supports my expansion into a larger and more grounded self. I am able to admit mistakes freely and make course adjustments easily. I see myself as a process, a work in progress, and I extend compassion for growing pains to myself and to others. And I love that. There's a lot of juiciness in that, you know, even the aspect of seeing ourselves as a process. And one of the things that I talk about whenever I'm leading breath work is understanding that aspect of process over perfection. So, you know, when it comes to, you know, the breathing technique, there's no emphasis on getting it perfectly right. You know, it's feeling that process of inhale, receiving, exhale, releasing, and noticing the quality of that, understanding the process of our breath, and understanding how when we bring awareness to that, that can bring awareness to our own life and how we're receiving things and how we're letting go of things, especially control when it comes to trust. And we'll get into this more later, but let's start with the breathwork practice. Seeing the quality of your breath, noticing the quality of your inhale, noticing the quality of your exhale. But the technique for this one, if you want to follow along, we're going to do hand on your chest, hand on your belly, looking like this. And you can also inhale through your nose, so it could look like this. And when you inhale through your nose, it is a little bit more activating towards our parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and relax. So we're going to go 100% in and then just letting the breath fall out. So see how much you can receive and see how much you can just effortlessly let go. So we're going to do 30 breaths like that. And then I'll say inhale, retention. And then we're going to go and hold for 30 seconds. And then we're going to release. And then we're going to do about 15 parasympathetic breaths, which will be about 70% in and 110% out. So emphasizing that release of control. So let's start with the 30 breaths when you guys are ready. Feet on the ground, nice and grounded. Hand on your chest, hand on your belly. And let's begin fully in. Seeing how much you can allow yourself to really receive, feeling that full inhale, and then just letting the breath fall out. Can you trust your body? Trust it to receive what it needs to receive, and just releasing the rest. 3 more breaths here. 2, 1. And now fully in and hold. Just resting here. Resting in the silence. Noticing the quality of energy that you just cultivated through your breath. Maybe you're able to receive more joy. Maybe you're able to receive greater attunement to your own body. And release. Now switching over to parasympathetic breathing, about 70% in and 110% out. Just following that breath, see if you can release even more. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing the shoulders on the exhale. See if you can really relax those shoulders on the exhale. A lot of the shoulders is that energy of what we try to carry throughout the day. So just releasing that. Hey, Lorraine. Hey, Janine. And just keep following that breath. See how relaxed you can be. And that'll do. So I do have to get going, you guys. We have an appointment at the vet place, but I'll do a post here later this week about our upcoming guest. I hope you guys enjoyed that breathwork session, and just noticing where you can feel the quality of your breath, that inhale and that expansion. Are you allowing yourself to receive more? Are you allowing yourself to release control? And, I wanted to go through some stuff, but I do have to get going. So one of the acronyms that I had for trust today here was truth repeated until self transforms. And with trust, it's a constant coming back to truth. And it's that truth of who our identity is based in. If you listen to the live that we talked about last week, we talked about having that identity rooted in as a child of God versus, the identities that have been given to us over time. And the more that we discover that truth, the more that we can lean into who we truly are, what is capable in our life. Because, even in the passage that, we read through that book, Julia Cameron, it takes us through a process, through this little timeline here that you can see, fear, risk, correction, process, and compassion. So, as we learn to trust, we confront the fear. We learn to take the risk. And then, we're able to correct ourselves once we've taken that risk. And we see it as a process, not perfection. And that's where that compassion comes in. And, it reminds me of a quote from a man that I love, John O'Donohue. He has a book called, I think it's called Blessings. And the one that says is, may I have the courage